market exit, so I was just describing that. Did you, kid, when you were a rookie, did you feel confident 2 days in and, I can go wide open? Do you think what's the toughest process about this place? Toughest process is not today, not anything from today. That's why I think he'll leave today pretty confident. It's wind, it's traffic, it's circumstances, it's the month of May. And the toughest part is rolling what you thought was a really good race car out, and it's a new day, and it's the, new challenge. So that's what the month is about. Would you say the conditions are decent for a rookie today? Yeah, he's going to be spoiled after today, for sure. All right, Marco, thanks, brother. We appreciate it. Kevin?
Thank you, Robin. And we watched Fernando Alonso get strapped in for real for the first time. And I think right here I'd like to just take a moment to thank Andretti Autosport and McLaren Honda. They did not have to allow this. This is a private test, and we normally are not allowed these opportunities. And oftentimes, especially for someone that's in a car for the first time, we've had NASCAR drivers and others get an opportunity, and it's a little bit on the down low. So this kind of shows Fernando's confidence and his willingness to help. This isn't just helping IndyCar, the Indy 500. I believe this helps worldwide motorsport. He's doing his part.
I so agree with you. I think this is overall brings attention to motorsport in general, Formula One, Indy, and so forth. So this is what we obviously, that's what we relish, that's what we love, and that's part of our lives. So, but again, talk about the attention as a driver. If he was a real rookie, this type of attention would probably really affect him.
Yes.
All these cameras on him, and knowing, oh my God, I've been scrutinized every second of the way. But being the experienced driver that he is and the champion he is, he can just all of a sudden just wipe all this stuff off his mind. It will not be an effect. So it'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's just I think he's right now. I guarantee you, is really, really anxious. To get a feel of the real thing. But as soon as he does a couple of runs, all of a sudden he'll start relaxing. And I can just see it happening because I think all the right things are there. The fact that, as we said earlier, the weather is really cooperating. That's huge. The wind is not a factor. That's huge. The track's a little green, but the car is pretty well stuck. So again, all good things are happening right now. But it's so interesting to see because, like anything else, it's the first time for him to do something, really, really different. A little bit away from his wheelhouse, if you know what I mean.
I think this is a heavy moment. This is a historical moment.
Yeah.
It's
you notice, I don't want to interrupt you, but you notice all the padding and everything that he's got, and a lot of that is going to change.
Sure.
Once he goes out there, because I noticed the way he has his head, really stuck, and all of a sudden he's going to have a little bit, maybe too much vibration, this and that. So a lot of those things are going to change. You mark my word. When he comes in, some of those pads are going to come off, and on and on. So it's interesting. That's going to be part of what's going on.
He's starting his learning
Speed is not going to be in his mind, but now it's going to be comfort level in his cockpit, and that's going to be the first priority that he's going to be concentrating on.
And I want to speak again to our American audience, the IndyCar fans that know who Fernando Alonso is, but maybe look at the standings and see, well, wait a minute, this guy hasn't scored a point all year. This guy hasn't been on the podium in the last 2.5 years. Speak to that, Mario. In Formula One, no matter how great you are, it depends on the equipment. This guy's still at the top of his game, is he not?
Oh, absolutely. No question about it. And nobody in the know disputes that. It's just the fact that he's just been unlucky. McLaren has been unlucky, with the effort. And quite honestly, Honda is working very, very hard to right that, because Honda has got an illustrious history in motor racing, period. But in Formula One, they were for so many years the absolute advantage. They won so many world championship. Ayrton Senna, he lost a big advantage when he lost Honda. So Honda's going to be back and they're going to be at the top. It's just that Fernando is now, unfortunately, going through a period where Honda, is not providing what he needs. But that doesn't take away from his abilities in any possible way. I mean, if put Fernando in any of the top cars today, put him in a Mercedes or Ferrari, he's going to win a race.
Yes.
So don't ever please judge his ability with his performance in the last couple of years, because he's not had a car. That's why McLaren is giving him this opportunity, because they feel that he deserves maybe an opportunity to have a bright spot in this season. It may come later in Formula One, hopefully so for his sake. But again, Fernando is at the top of his game right now, no question about it, as a driver.
And there's a look at the history of McLaren, and John won 2 500s for them. And Johnny, as a worldwide motorsport fan, I think you can speak to this too. Again, for our American audience, McLaren, Ferrari, these are the teams that have the significance worldwide. That's why we're making such a big deal about their participation.
Oh, definitely. It's world racing. They race all over the world, and it's an opportunity to have a world champion, i.e. like Mario and Fernando, to come here and want to run. Jimmy Clark and Graham Hill and everybody that has succeeded here, and that's the name of the game, is being able to succeed here. This is the beginning of the giant learning curve that he's going to go through, and being a world champion, being a champion, being a great race driver is going to help him a lot as far as learning how to cope with this racetrack, that car, and be able to be successful.
One of the other reasons why we are celebrating this moment so much, because it is so rare in today's day and age for high-level drivers to do what both of you did and try something outside of your comfort zone. Contracts, schedules, and other issues align, and the biggest one for Formula One and the Indianapolis 500, Mario, is always going to be Monaco. How we wish there was a date change, because there would be others that would like to try this.
Oh, believe me, I mean, I've been through this, because I've had this, twice that I had to have a driver. Dennis Firestone qualified for me, and then Wally Dallenbach. Wally Dallenbach qualified for me. That was good. Did he do a little bit of a burnout? That's what I would have told him. I was wondering whether the teachers told him. That's one thing that whenever you have new sticker tires, always do a burnout and get the glaze out of the rears.
We've got in-car radio, so we're just going to sit back, watch, and listen.
Perfect. Yeah,
To the track.
like I said.
Wheel two.
How much stagger do they run now?
About 25. 30 at the most. I don't like a lot of stagger. I never did.
first laps for Fernando Alonso at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the 2.5-mile oval in McLaren Honda Andretti number 29 car, working his way up to speed in the 190s, and he just cracked over 200 miles an hour, 208, the latest speed. So this is the plan, 205 to 210.
Got it.
Textbook perfect. The approach, he started, as you said, in the 90s, worked his way up, felt his way, and already he's up at the pretty much the top end of the road to test is. And so it's perfect. Things are looking good. I like his line. It's very conservative.
Yep.
You know, very conservative. So 206, good.
So the next lap after that, 208 and 206.
Yeah.
You won't see him picking up speed. The goal is to stay between 205 and 210.
He only has 20 miles an hour to go.
Yeah.
You know, I've always heard that, you know, it's one thing to get up to, say, 220. It's that last 2 or 3 or 4, as you said, close to 10 miles an hour that separates us.
Well, I just watched him now. He started nipping just right below the line there, coming in turn 3. You know, so he's getting the feel of it. Yeah, there you go. 209. He's just.
The thing that
you know, it's really very professionally done. He's doing exactly what he needs to do.
And the thing that will help him the most is when he comes in, stops, gets out of the car, thinks about it a little bit,
Yeah.
and go back.
Coming in
There he
now.
comes.